Now I'm teaching 3 of my good friends, 2 new clients, skid control. Correct. Pause. Recover. Always looking where you want to be the whole time, because your eyes tell your hands and feet what to do. Okay, we're going to do a couple of slides, corrections, and then maybe try some drifting.
Sounds good.
Okay, we got Brian Fessler of Paul's Automotive Engineering in Cincinnati, Ohio. His kid's the hot shoe. Dad builds him killer Mustang race cars. They run in NASA. Brian's got the all-time record in NASA here at Pit Race, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and that turbocharged Mustang. Yeah, correct. Cover, no power. Beautiful. That was a big slide too. Do that again. We're doing a little skid pad work in the parking lot. We're children of the corn. No power, unless you want to drift. Yeah, don't go to power if you're correcting a slide that's too big. Power makes it worse. But do a lift, plant the nose, and then gas it. Yeah, just correct that. Nice. That was so smooth. Let's do that again. And maybe we'll try some drifting. Drop the nose, gas it, correct. Cover, looking in. Careful about that power. Remember, don't go to power until it's over. Give me one more. Lift. Gas. Nice rotation. Staff the gas. Yeah. Okay, let's try a little drifty. You just keep the tail out with the power and then keep it there. Eyes in. Got out there. Lift and power. Yeah, lift to stick the nose, power to keep the tail out. Good lift. We're getting there. We're getting there. Think about where you're looking. It's got to be in here, a couple pylons ahead. If you ever start looking out at the road, that's too far out. You got to look ahead, down in there. Yeah, over here, over here. There you go. Over here, over here. Power! Yeah, right in that circle, look in that circle. Yep, yep. Yeah, good lift. You see that lift, plant the nose? That's big. Power! Yeah, eyes in, eyes in. Always looking ahead. Always looking ahead. Other way. Other way. Oh, we're just grinding it up now. Yeah. Turn around. It's good. You just come back with the power and keep it going. Maybe not correct quite as much because you want it to get sideways. I said, don't correct too much. Don't correct too much. Here, stop. Let me do you one time, okay? All that training we did catching slides, you just throw half of it out.
Yeah.
You catch the slide and never recover it. You keep it there with the power. And ideally, the wheel won't move much. You'll have correction, and it'll just stay. And you'll be doing it, looking ahead to keep it out if it comes out right. Lift. On that circle, man, you gotta.
Yeah.
And the steering shouldn't be doing a lot of steering, right? When I got it right,
Yeah.
It's not moving much, but they're like this.
Yeah.
So you correct, you're way the hell over here, and you're going, wow, but the power.
That's what steers.
Yeah, and occasionally a lot.
Yeah.
Because the traction changes all the way around. Try it again?
Yeah.
I don't get to drift all that much. And I really should, because I'm constantly trying to drift cars for motor trend videos. I kind of suck at it. I need to get better at it. I don't wreck them. But they like seeing a big sideways shot of the car. Yeah, you kick it sideways, but it's going to take a lot of power to keep it out there. And eyes in. Power, power. Yeah, come on, come on. I'm telling you to be so smooth, and now we're like, Joe Florida, dude. Oh, great. Eyes in. Yeah, power. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Correcting too much, right? You're killing the slide. We want this thing to get sideways.
Yeah.
And so you get it sideways, you put in that correction, and then keep it there with the power. Looking at the circle the whole time. The circle tells you how much power you need, right? Because the car rotates like this. And if it's rotating in, that's where you want it. If it starts going that way, you gotta, I don't know, either give up or give it more power to bring that tail back out. But you're really steering with the throttle. The steering shouldn't move much at all.
Yeah.
Ideally, and you're just going, wah! Try it again. Let's see how it goes. Well, that cleans the corn right off, which means we're also kind of cleaning the tires off. Brand will buy new ones.
Yeah.
And eyes in. Remember, you're looking in. Road brakes. Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's better than not enough.
Yeah.
That's good. Better than not enough. We got a real slippery spot, and it really came around, didn't it?
Yeah.
That was great, because you adjusted. I like that. You're not just doing the same thing. You pretty much did exactly what I suggested. Just too much, but... Power! Oh!
Just how all of a sudden, like the grip wasn't there, was there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yeah, so
and that was a drop throttle oversteer is what that was. You had to weight forward when the tail came out. It's still weight management. You got to put weight on the nose and then gas it, and then it's power oversteer, which is the best thing you can do with the car. I would back up if I were, eyes in. It takes a pretty good prod to kick it out, and then a pretty good prod to keep it out. Yeah. Good kick out, and then you need it more. And eyes in. Always eyes in. Gas. Yes, get that correction. Now you're talking. We were doing a slide and you had the steering still in, right? With wheel spin. The power and the steering are opposites. Never, ever have steering and power at the same time. And that's what we just had. So the car is all bound up. So when it finally starts to get sideways, your wheels are the wrong way. You've got to bring them all the way over this way, and it's fun before we can get there. So remember, the gas and the steering wheel are opposites. Anytime you want more gas, less wheel. Anytime you want more steering, less gas. And this is insensible driving. Like when you're turning right and you're steering right. I'm thinking, that actually doesn't work in drifting. In drifting, you counter steer and power. So for drifting, counter steer and power is how you do it. But steering in and power is terrible crime. Don't do it. Now, Brian is a successful, talented, winning driver who's at the top of his game, top of his field. Yet he's doing skid pad training to get better, because you can always get better. I've been doing this 35 years, pushing to be better with fundamentals. In any sport, your coach is going to have you hit the fundamentals. In driving, it's where are you looking, when are you using the power, and for slide control, correct, catch it, and recover that steering. There's a second reaction. You catch it, steer into the skid like they told you in driver's ed, if we had driver's ed anymore. Steer into the skid, catch it, there'll be a pause, straighten it back out, always looking where you want to go, looking at the road. Don't let fear draw your eyes out. And Brian was actually very good at these skid controls. The main thing we worked on was smoothing the throttle inputs and having no throttle inputs during catching a slide. And he learned that really well. And then we went into the drift mode and we're like, okay, now forget about no power. Get on the power hard. And he's used to driving an 800 horsepower turbocharged Mustang with the turbo mounted in the rear of the car, by the way. Fascinating technology from Paul's Automotive Engineering. And it works, I'm told. I can't wait to drive it. They said I might be able to get a chance to drive it. And we used a skid pad. You notice it wasn't wet. Usually there's like a wet skid pad, so it's more slippery. And what we did at Pit Race's recommendation is we used cracked corn. We used corn, feed corn, spread it out on the circle, and then drove over it, and that made it slippery. And no need for the water. And actually, it gave more realistic responses. If the skid pad is too slippery, you don't get enough G-force to generate a good hook slide. And it's just more realistic. Our diameter is only 75 feet. That's a little on the small side. We're only going 25, the most 30 miles an hour on the slippery surface. Ideally, it would be more like at least 100. And shoot, I would love to do a 200-foot skid pad if I could find the room. That's a big piece of pavement. So great day with these guys. They all worked real hard. I was on that skid pad for 5 hours and I loved every minute of it. And I got a strong neck. I don't care if it's skinny, like I say all the time. So good times learning how to drive better with my buddies from the Ohio, Pennsylvania area. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe and correct, pause, and recover.